Good morning, team. Is the Bitcoin stall a setup for a fall? Some people ask me lately, why do you track Bitcoin so much? What is interesting to you about that? How does that relate to real estate and kind of what you do? Um, it is a complete correlation. Now, it's not a correlated asset, but there are so many conclusions you can draw from. And the fact that inflation, if I'm right about what's going to happen with cryptocurrency, and I'm going to give you some predictions today for what's going to happen with the financial markets. If I'm right about what's going to happen with cryptocurrency in general, we're going to see that is where the dramatic hyperinflation is going to come from. All the millionaires and billionaires that are going to be created with cryptocurrency in the next few years are going to drive a tremendous amount of the inflation that is going to come from the hyperinflationary circumstance that we're in. So if you follow me on Twitter, you already know we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today. We're going to look at Ethereum. We're going to look at Cardano as well, which, one of the reasons that they call me, and I know I self-proclaim this, but people call me golden hands forever, and diamond hands became the new term, so I called it diamond hands. Everything I touch seems to turn to gold. I don't know why, but you could say it turns to diamonds. So I doubled my Cardano position on Tuesday, and Cardano took off my new all-time high yesterday. So we'll take a look at that as well. Here's the answer to the question, because someone was asking me, hey, I've heard and I've seen with technical analysis that, sometimes the trend can get reversed in these stalls, when you have sideways action for long periods of time, this can fail. And hey, this looks like a reverse head and shoulder or a head and shoulders pattern, with a weaker shoulder on the right side. That could be a failure. We're going to take a look at that. We'll look at the daily. We'll look at the hourly. I'm just going to show you the things that are setting up right now. Probably going to do a poll here soon about this, but I tweeted this out this morning. The more Bitcoin goes sideways, the more coiled up it gets to blast off. And that's basically what is happening. The same thing happened, by the way, with Cardano. And I got really, really, really bullish on Cardano a couple of days ago. Just got lucky that I got in right before the breakout because I had listened to a podcast with the creator, and he was just telling me all the things that they're doing. And he was like, it's moving so fast and it's growing so much that it doesn't even matter if I get hit by a bus now. It's going. It's there. And there's that critical mass that you reach. So I explained, let's see, let me get this set up better. I explained Bitcoin this way, and I'm still expecting to be interviewed by the national news. I'll let you know once it gets confirmed. They've been talking to me. It sounds like we're going to make it happen. They asked me, how do you explain Bitcoin? And it's like a casino, except for you're the house. So the Bitcoin is set up in such a way that the odds are stacked in your favor if you own it. It's like being the house in a casino. Sure, you can lose sometimes. Sure, it can go down. But over long periods of time, you're going to win. And so that's the kind of investment you want to be in. As more people realize that that's how the structure of Bitcoin is created such that you will win. The odds are stacked in your favor. You're going to see money pour in here like never before. And there's no other crypto that's like this. Not Ethereum, not Cardano, nothing is like this. And so we have basically a complete and total, another title I was going to use for this video was dumb money flying in from everywhere. So much dumb money is coming into the market. It makes you wonder what in the world is going on. We can talk about that today too. Let's start off. Let's look at Bitcoin. All right, we're going to get away from Twitter for a second. At Diamond Hands D, if you want to follow there. I'm retweeting stuff. I posted something last night saying, this is late. This is 10:48 Pacific. Hey, there's a bull flag here. Basically, hoping to wake up and see 60K. I was really just hoping to see another level up, and of course we didn't get it. And we're back still at 57,000 now. What's going on? What's the deal? It did spike up though from this. So here was the flag that I was pointing out right here. This is a bullish flag, and we got a spike up. We've given it all back. What's going on? There's a lot of selling pressure up here. Because there's a lot of people who have profits. There's people who want to manipulate this market. There's people who are shorting it. Listen, the big trade is coming, team. The cryptocurrency market is like the greatest opportunity Wall Street has ever seen, and they haven't been able to scrape money out of it yet. They haven't been able to really profit from it the way that they want to. What I think is going to happen is I think that they're going to crash the stock market and they're going to flow tons of money into crypto before that crashes as well. That's what I think their 1-2 punch is going to be. This is why it's important to learn to hodl, because we could see, some crazy things happen. You could see Dogecoin hit $5 or something just completely nuts. That might happen, even though it's a total joke. What did we see yesterday? Let's get out of this for a second, because I do want to talk about this. What did we see yesterday? Oh, hey team, Bitcoin Cash, a copy, an imposter to Bitcoin, which most people believe eventually has to go to zero, was up 40% yesterday. Look at this. And then it's up 20-some% today. Yeah, it's up 22% today. Look at this. What the hell's going on? This is massive amounts of dumb money coming in. Now, I don't know if it's dumb retail money or if it's dumb institutional money. Remember, a lot of these institutions who may be trying to sidestep the SEC situation and get into some of these cryptos, they may not know what the hell they're doing. They may look at it and talk to someone and go, well, what's the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash? Nothing. It's the exact same protocol. This one's way cheaper. Let's buy it. Or they may be even more savvy, which I expect, and they may be saying, well, listen, this is something we can sell to, the unsuspecting dummy investor clients that we have. So let's just accumulate. We'll call it Bitcoin. We'll say, yeah, we have tons of Bitcoin at an average cost of this. And then maybe they're going to plan on using that to draw in investors. I expect pure snakery from Wall Street. And so, that's it. Then look at Ethereum Classic. Did you guys see any of these moves yesterday? Ethereum Classic is up 32% again today. I doubled yesterday. I want to pull this up. This is Ethereum Classic, team. Look at this. Where this is the 1 hour. Let's look at the daily. Look at the daily on Ethereum Classic. Look at this candle yesterday. Look how ugly that is. But look again, a big buyer in here. Someone is limit buying up to 150 Ethereum Classic in heavy, heavy volume. The biggest volume it's ever seen. Look at that. Massive, massive, massive volume. 1.16 million coins. So Ethereum Classic, apparently, is going haywire. This is not a shit coin necessarily, but it makes no sense, why it would run up this much, unless, again, there's dumb money coming in or corrupt money, snaky money coming in. Remember, the Wall Street whales, market manipulators, are not going to do what we want them to do. They're going to do the opposite. They're going to do things that we don't expect them to do. That's part of how they set up these game plans to win. They're able to do things that no one is expecting, and it throws things off. They're going to draw in tons of dumb money behind them, okay, who they're going to sell to when they want to get out. And my guess is that they're ultimately really, really aiming at Bitcoin. This is the crown jewel. This is the thing they want the most of. This is why we see downward pressure. Anytime the market gets slow, I can always tell, last couple of weeks, every time the market gets slow, it's going to get hit. So let's take a look here at Bitcoin on the daily. Again, we have a higher low. So still kind of that reverse head and shoulders looks good. When you zoom in really, really close here, you can also see we're bouncing off of that. Caramba. Binance, one of these days, guys. One of these days, set your platform up so I don't have to re-put the freaking moving averages in every single time I switch currencies. It's bouncing off of the 50 and the 25 here. Really, really tight, but we're still above it. Okay, and we broke above it yesterday. This is a daily. Broke above it, it's still trying to hold. If it doesn't hold, we have the 100 down here. That's at round 52. That should hold. But right now it's trying to go higher from here. So that looks good as far as the support is concerned. The hourly chart doesn't look as great. On the hourly side of things, while we are above the main moving averages, we're below the 25 now. This breakdown here that happened, which we were really expecting to get more of a move from, it would have been nice if it could have bounced off of this level here and then continued to go higher, but it didn't. It sold off, and it sold off through the moving average. And now we've got a green candle that we're working on here, getting us back to 57. And, there's some support there. There's some support there. But really, this has just been a lot of sideways action, right? A lot of sideways action for Bitcoin. And a time to really buy. Time to buy. I guarantee you that whales are buying at these levels. And people who are selling because they have lots of profit and they want to take some, and I get that. Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people who are also selling their Bitcoin because you can buy tons of shit coins with one Bitcoin. Don't be that person. I mean, you might get lucky. You might. But you might not. Here's Cardano, which is up 15% again today on this 24-hour cycle. So here's the block. That's cool that it saved that. Here's the block we were looking at yesterday when I was explaining. Listen, I bought it down here in the right just below 130 was when I purchased it. And I thought I was getting a deal, and man, was I ever. We got to 169 today. If you wanted to put in a buy order here, oh my goodness, wow. Establishing new support at 160. Maybe 160, put in a buy order for 160. If you want to be really cheap about it, you could put one in for like 155. But a lot of people are like, hey, when I tell them stuff like that, they're like, who cares about 5 cents? I'm buying 1,000 Cardano or I'm buying 5,000 Cardano. Who cares about 5 cents? What difference is that going to make? If we all think this thing's going to $100, why do I care about 5 cents? Just get in. And I get that. I do. I get that. But we've now created another leg up here after this long consolidation period of almost 2 months. This actually is even hard to show on the hourly. We got to get it on the daily. Long period of consolidation has finally broken higher. And this should serve really, really well. If it does pull back to 155 and move higher, that'd be great. I don't know if we'll go back into this range again at this point. Cardano has so many good things going on for it. And I typically don't talk about these other cryptos, but there's so much going on right now. EOS today is up 42%. ETC today is up 35%. It's crazy just to go kind of scroll through this and look and see what is going on. NEO's up 16%. ONT up 24%. QTUM up 43%. What is going on? There's just tons of money coming in. There's no rhyme or reason for it. I don't understand why many of these are going higher. All I know is that there's tons and tons of money coming into crypto, and you know where it's coming from? Mostly the stock market. The reason why Jamie Dimon said yesterday, hey, our clients are interested in this, so we have no choice but to get into it. They can see the outflows. Know that. The banks can see when you transfer money to Coinbase or Binance or whatever. They can see that. They could track it. They can see when you pull money out of it too. You transfer it back. That's the thing. Since we still use fiat for everything, the banks are still involved. And this is why I said, if the banks wanted to shut crypto down, it'd be very easy. All they would have to do is just shut down transfers to Coinbase and the exchanges, or transfer from the exchanges. If the banks did that, then that'd be it. That'd be the end. What are you going to do? Then you just literally have to hodl. You can't sell it. You can trade crypto for crypto, but you can't trade crypto for fiat. That would be how the banks could end crypto. However, they clearly don't have the desire to do that. And I think part of the reason is because Wall Street has told them, hold on, we can figure this out. We can figure out how this works. We can figure out how to manipulate this. We can control this too. Don't you worry. And that's what they're working on. And they're trying. They're trying really, really hard to do it. Whether they'll be successful or not is yet to be seen. But they've done a great job of suppressing Bitcoin. The market has done a good job at suppressing Bitcoin as money has flowed into all these other ones. Now, this hyperinflationary moment that we're experiencing, Bitcoin itself is the perfect asset for it. The perfect asset. Real estate, also very, very good to own right now and purchase right now. Bitcoin, the same. I feel just as bullish about both of them. Everything else I think is a question mark. Everything else I'm uncertain about. But Bitcoin, real estate, feel very good about them. And I think that we're going to see Bitcoin. We are going to see Bitcoin level up. We are going to see it explode and make a new all-time high. Will it be this month, next month, the month after? We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. We know the deck is stacked in our favor. We know that it will go higher over time. But we don't know when any of these things are going to happen. So we just have to look for opportunities to buy, and accumulate, and that's all that you can do. This does look like a head and shoulders pattern with a lower right shoulder. So if you wanted to be bearish about Bitcoin, this is something you could talk about. You could talk about how from this all-time high to, this cycle high that we can't get through here at like 58.5, which we've touched several times and just gotten very, very weak responses. Lower shoulder. This makes it look like Bitcoin's headed lower. It does. And even though you kind of have a reverse head and shoulders going down here, it's not as powerful or as big as this one, especially with the head being an all-time high here. So it could set up for Bitcoin to go lower. It's possible. But you know that it wants to go higher. It wants to. Stuff has to get in its way in order for it to go lower. So just keep that in mind. And do I think it's too late for a Cardano? Absolutely not. Do I think it's too late for Bitcoin Cash? Yes. Bitcoin Cash, I don't know what to tell you about that. Ethereum Classic, it's crazy to me. I don't know what's going on there, but you're going to see these mutual funds that are going to be created. They're going to buy all kinds of stuff. There's going to be unbelievable amounts of wealth created in the crypto markets. Money is going to be flowing out of, the Charles Schwab and Fidelity accounts into Coinbase and Binance and into cryptocurrencies. And then the Wall Street themselves are going to be pooling tons of money. Actual Fidelity and Charles Schwab are going to be pulling tons of money and buying crypto with it. There is a mountain of money that is coming into crypto, and hopefully you'll be in a good position to take advantage of that. Team, good luck out there. Have a great day, and I will chat with you again soon. Oh, hold on. Temecula? What? What's up, Carmen? Diamond Hands. I'm here. We are here. I hope you have them too. How do I not be the dumb money flowing into crypto? Don't buy crap. Pretty much here's the deal. Bitcoin is the apex asset. Everything else is inferior. So just make sure you have a good portion of what you're putting into crypto in Bitcoin. And then you won't be the dumb money. Don't buy stuff that makes no sense like Dogecoin. Yeah. Yep. Never sell it. I mean, unless you have to, right? You should never sell your property, never sell your Bitcoin. Really don't sell any of your crypto. Don't invest in a crypto that you feel like is a trade. Get away from trading crypto. That's crucial. You don't want to be trading crypto. It's very hard. Investing in crypto is easy if you have diamond hands, meaning that you don't sell. Just don't sell. And look what happens over time. These are all going higher. It's all so new. Remember, the adoption rate's like under 1%. What is the final adoption rate going to be for crypto? 10%? 30%? 50%? 80%? It's going to be a hell of a lot more than it is right now. And there's a hell of a lot more money coming in. There's more coins coming in too. And one of the things I want to get better versed on is ICOs, or initial coin offerings, how to get in on some of those. A lot of these coins get introduced at a penny. If you can put $1,000 into something like that, and just kind of keep pooling. So those ICOs, I just have to get more information about it. And I'll start talking about those too. And I think people will really like that. Don't sleep on Dot, he says. You mean Doji? I don't have Dot on here. Thanks, guys, for chiming in. Always great to see you. Say hi. Appreciate your time. Hopefully this is helpful. Have an amazing day. And hodl on with diamond hands. No paper hands allowed. Take care.